Let's do it, man. So this is A.R. Shaw, executive editor of Atlanta Daily World. My brother Adele Henderson. Uh, Introduce yourself, VP.
Yeah,
VP
vice
of
president. Yeah, vice president, multimedia content and programming for Real Times Media. Definitely. Man, we jumping in on a hot topic, man.
Yeah, man. Angela Yee, man. She the Breakfast Club, man. Is the thing is, man. I got this tweet last night. Basically blew up social media. Uh,
Right.
you want to read the tweet?
Yo, I ain't even got it in front of me, man. I'm tripping on that, man. It was this cryptic tweet. I saw it too. It started circulating, and people already started to speculate. Like, hold on, is she leaving the Breakfast Club? And it's like you never know, man, because I
Yeah,
mean, people troll all day, every day,
yeah,
and so you kind of figure something was gonna happen, this morning, and they got on the radio this morning and
yeah,
officially said that, all right, this was something that was planned.
yeah.
She is leaving the show to go ahead and do a new show, which is going to be, the Angela Yee show, which is going to be another syndicated show on the iHeart platform. But um, what are your initial thoughts as I'm pulling this up?
Okay, so yeah, so the basic of the tweet was the Breakfast Club is officially over. That was the tweet.
Right.
The Breakfast Club is officially over. So I think it was a little bit misleading. It got everybody talking. It was kind of like the Dusos and Mero incident that happened a couple weeks ago. For those who don't know, the popular podcasters from the New York area, national show on Showtime, and basically the thing ended with a tweet. It was a tweet that it wasn't any formal announcement or any type of jump on video to say it's over or any type of send off. It was basically a tweet that ended the entire series. So being on Twitter last night, it was like a lot of people were actually seeing that they were thinking that the Breakfast Club that was it, and people were coming up with their lists like, oh, these are the top Breakfast Club moments of all time, and like they was talking about the Soldier Boy interview, the
Ray
Birdman
J.
interview, Ray J interview. So they had like some iconic interviews that just kind of resonated throughout the culture. And so a lot of people were speculating that this was actually something that was over, that it was it.
Absolutely. So the tweets. I mean, first she tweeted, "God is good," and then
Yeah,
right back, came right back with the Breakfast Club. As you know, it is officially over. So
yeah,
he's like, as you know it. So it kind
as
of
you know.
left those that left that speculation as you know it. So okay, maybe it's not over. Maybe I'm leaving. Maybe somebody else
Yeah,
is leaving. So for them to come on this morning and say, and I don't know if you noticed when they put the clip up on YouTube. It started off with Donkey of the Day. It made it seem like we were entering into one of Charlamagne's Donkey of the Day segments. So I don't know whether that was like a subliminal thing or whether they were just trying to just ruffle the feathers or troll a little bit more.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I
and
mean,
for people who have been following, so the Breakfast Club, they just I think they're wrapping up year 12 of an amazing run. For a morning show, a syndicated morning show that's been recognized on a national platform. Within that time frame, even though the three of them have been in radio, in different areas prior to coming together for this show, for them to do something as iconic and as big as they've done, and they've also the show is it the show or them individually have been already entered into the Radio Hall of Fame. So
yeah,
this
the
run has
show.
been crazy.
Yeah, the show. Yeah,
The run has been crazy. So but one thing for people who has been following the show, I'm trying to think, what was it like about 4 or 5 years ago? We noticed some real obvious friction between Charlamagne and Angela Yee.
yeah,
Based on Charlamagne stepping outside of the Breakfast Club to do an interview with Gucci Mane,
yeah,
which was weird and awkward at the time because there was another highlight from the Breakfast Club archive of interviews. Gucci Mane came on the show and he kind of threw something out there. Kind of felt like he was throwing some shots at Angela Yee as if she was like playing a groupie role at one time, and she denied it, and he was just like, man, whatever. I don't know. And so instead of, I guess, Charlamagne sort of siding with his sister, he you know ultimately on his own platform did an interview with Gucci, and they made it been it was known that they were beefing over that.
Yeah.
And at some point in time, Charlamagne came back and apologized, and it was just one of those moments. So I mean, she said on the show today, as she is departing to do another iHeart syndicated show, that she has been seeking other opportunities outside of the breakfast show for quite some time. So
Yeah.
I don't know whether it accelerated then or whether she was really pursuing it heavily, you know, at that point prior to this happening. But I mean, once again, it just leaves a lot of speculation as to like, all right, what's the origin of this whole thing? When did it start? And was that like a nail in the coffin even then, even though they seem to have gotten back on good terms?
Yeah, yeah. I think it was always. It seemed a little icy, a little, awkward.
You
Sometimes.
said icy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
A little.
icy.
Yeah, yeah. A little. It was just weird. Sometimes, you can kind of feel the awkwardness in the room with when they were together. But after that particular moment, not sure if they got over. I'm sure they've probably had conversations or whatever. But you never know what happens behind the scenes. But they were still able to produce a successful show, which was
Right.
it was still something that people went to kind of get their news on pop culture, things of that nature. And it was beyond. I think it took radio into another level, because I think with radio, um, radio got to a point where it was kind of just, it was in a weird space with with the internet coming along, blogs, different podcasts. So basically, they turned the radio into kind of a podcast situation, where it was like they were basically streaming the show, and so they got success from it. And so yeah, I think to see their dynamics and them work going back and forth after the Gucci Mane moment was definitely interesting. But I mean, after 13 years, I think sometimes things can get. It was going to have to end at some point. What I'm actually shocked at is that Charlamagne stayed on so long. Because
Yeah, that's the one that
Charlamagne,
we
yeah,
speculated would probably break out. We,
yeah,
we thought that
yeah,
he might be the Beyonce of the group and
yeah,
step out. So that was shocking. And man, I ain't gonna lie, just over the years, for the most part, they do make it a point to attempt to, have the three of them in the room, doing interviews at the same time. And, from time to time, just do the scheduling. Sometimes it's two out of the three. At every blue moon, you may get, only one person, doing an interview. And it's been interesting to see how that dynamic works if Charlemagne is out of the equation,
yeah,
or if Yee is out of the equation. And when you get these different mix and match type of interview scenarios, and I've grown to really love just the three of them, and I can definitely tell what's missing when one or the other is missing out of
yeah,
the lineup.
yeah.
So I'm not quite sure that female voice. I'm not sure, who could, be a possible replacement. We've seen these type of scenarios play out not only in media, but in just groups, period. And that's gonna be tough, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, first, for anyone who hasn't seen the Donkey of the Day, she's not leaving like soon. I mean, it's gonna be in the
But we don't know. It's
well,
supposed
the
to
way
start in
they
the fall. She's supposed to start her new show in the fall.
in the fall, so it may be September. So she may stay on until the end of August. We don't know. She may just be like, I'm not ever coming back, because she has her own situation. She's probably like, she's probably done with. I'm not sure how their contracts are worked out or whatever, but I'm sure Envy wants her to stay on a little bit longer, because it's Envy's show. Envy is the one who actually pitched that show and
Right.
got it on. So I'm sure Envy is going to try to talk to her to get her to stay on for a few more weeks, or into the fall. Um, but yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what who they bring on, um, to kind of fill that space. You definitely need another woman to kind of balance out that
Right.
energy, and it has to be a woman who it's all about chemistry with something like that, because you get someone who it just has to be the right fit. And I don't know if this is the jump the shark moment. You know what I'm saying? The moment where it's like, okay, this is it. We don't know. With her leaving, I can't see the show being around for too much longer. Just guess my estimation. Like I don't know. I don't know if there's someone
Right.
who could like balance it out and it continue to go on. Now I may be wrong. They may be going for another 10 years. Uh, but I don't, you know, I don't know if that's gonna actually I don't know. It's like, you know, it's like every show at some point it gets to a point where it jumps the shark. And for those who don't know, it's a TV term where jump the shark is like, you know, a show is like your favorite show. At some point, it turns a corner, and you're like, oh, it's not the show that I thought it was.
Right.
It becomes something else
Right.
than what you were initially introduced to, and you know, it loses its momentum. So I don't know if it's a jump the shark moment or if it's a rebrand approach. We're gonna see. It's just gonna be interesting to see who they pick up. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think would be like a someone who could replace Angela? Like who would be on your radar?
Um, I'm kind of biased. I'm kind of biased. Um, it will be tough. I know one of the things that they are experiencing right now is like you really don't know what somebody's true superpower is until they step out of their role because even though this is by far an ensemble cast, even though Charlamagne tends to take the lead, oftentimes, with the questions, but it very much so is an ensemble cast, and
Yeah.
both of them play very intricate, important parts. So I don't think it's going to be an easy fix at all. But just from a bias standpoint, somebody who is really just you know you know close and true to my heart, who I would love to see on a national platform again is Free.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I think
Okay.
Free definitely,
Man.
from 106 and Park fame. She definitely
Park.
has radio experience.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
shown that she could sit, do interviews. I mean, she's funny.
Yeah.
Beautiful. She has the chops. I think someone like that could be a great fit. Um, like I don't know whether it is like staying in that 106 at Park Lane. I don't know whether it's like a Roxy Diaz type.
Roxy. Yeah. Roxy.
I could I could see her, and I think
Yeah.
that you get the woman, and then with Roxy that also brings some Latin flavor in there as well. I don't know, like who are some of the ones that's coming to mind for you?
Man. Yeah. Yeah. You said Roxy. You know, that's definitely Free was a curveball. that wasn't an expected choice, but it would be interesting to see her on the national platform again. But it also had, the thing is, it's like I think she has a strong personality, and she may bump heads with Charlamagne. The thing about Charlamagne, he's someone who challenges you, and I think Angela was able to, she's her personality fits well with his personality
Right.
because she's not it's just you don't want to get someone who's like as aggressive as he is because then it's like you might get that bump head and it could get kind of weird. So I don't know, man. I would actually have to think about like sit back and think about who would be that next person that can kind of step in on that national, because it needs to be someone who has a national presence, who has that following, who has that knack for interviewing, because that's a skill
Right.
itself,
Right.
and who can have that chemistry with those two. Uh,
Which is not. I mean, and like I said, it's such a. I don't know. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are doing what we're doing now. Wrapping their minds around certain names, but that's not going to be an easy replacement. You know who else who may be good though? Damn, what's I don't. I'm thinking of like regulars. Who are sort of like a part of the family. I'm not quite sure if Angela Rye is the great fit
uh,
to fill that spot, but I know she's like a friend of the family. Who
yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure she'll be possibly subbing in.
Angela's actually with ESPN now, so I don't know if Angela um,
Angela Rye.
Angela Rye. I'm not sure if she's gonna have that day-to-day flexibility because she's doing stuff for ESPN now. But she would bring that. She's someone who they're familiar with, who
Right.
could bring that, and she's a quick fact checker. So it's
Right,
like
right.
she's
And
someone who she can fact check you on the spot.
Ebony K. Williams, like super
Yeah,
dope. Has like some real dope perspectives. Like, I don't know. You know what? Now I think about it, she might be like that front runner type, man.
she I think she would be.
She
Um,
she she might be that one
yeah,
because she definitely does news. She definitely has shown that she has. I mean, she has the chemistry with them.
she does. Yeah.
Um, I think Ebony K. Williams. Yeah, she. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, she would. I think. Yeah, that's it. I think it's Ebony. I think it's Ebony because I'm not sure if she's still on the Housewives. I'm not sure if she's still doing that.
I'm
But
not sure. I'm not
yeah, I know
sure.
it's about some racial stuff. Popped out. It was a lot of. But I mean, it's
Right.
the Housewives, so you're gonna have that. That that weird dynamics of women going back and forth with each other. But I definitely think that Ebony K. Williams would definitely be someone who would be a natural fit, who has the skills to do interviews, who she's already familiar with Envy and Charlamagne. And I think that would probably be the best fit. Like she would probably be the short answer right now. I
Right.
know you can slide her in there and she could, you know, she can still add that component because she has a hard news background as well, political background. So
And
I
she
think she
does
would
well with
definitely,
us. She does
yeah,
well with us. Yeah, she can be funny. She got the personality. She's up on what's going on. She
yeah,
she she definitely fits within the realm of being able to comment on things that are constantly happening within pop culture. So Ebony K. Williams, yeah, I think she might just be that front runner, man. Y'all heard it here first.
oh yeah. I think that's what it is. But I mean, but like I said, I think the Breakfast Club they definitely all Angela, Charlamagne, and Envy they definitely did some stuff, some great viral moments in the culture, the Birdman interview. Uh,
Right,
uh,
right.
that's always gonna live. Of course, the Ray J interview basically propelled them to make everybody watch because that when was that 2010 when he went off on Fab? It was some
That
type
that
of
literally saved the show. I
it
mean, I
saved the
think
show.
they said that they were on the verge of getting canceled
Yeah,
prior
yeah,
to that viral moment happening. So that was definitely earlier on, man. But I mean, it's just been so many classic, amazing interviews with that trio. So it's gonna be tough, man. The thought of her leaving, it does kind of feel as if like the beginning of the end. You hate to say that, but I mean, we've seen this,
yeah,
thing sort of happen before, so it's gonna be challenging, man.
yeah. No, I mean it's yeah, and regardless of whatever happens, I think they basically done what needed to be done as far as doing what being in the culture. So like I say, them turning that radio show into a podcast type format. That was something that you see other radio stations across the nation duplicate that same type of dynamics, and we see where it's led. So yeah, regardless of if this is like the end, I think I think they've done a great job, and salute to all three of them, man. I think they definitely put on for the coach.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing that even before we wrap, one of the things that also came to mind that I could not unsee or unhear or unthink was we talked about the dynamic of the Breakfast Club and what that's been and why we've been able to recognize it as such a winning formula. We also had to think about like, okay, what is the Angela Yee show going to be? I mean, will there be a sidekick? Will there be a DJ that she's consistently talking to? Will she have a team around her?
Yeah,
And one of the things that, like I said, just stood out, was like, all right, will this be like a Angie Martinez 2.0 type of situation, right? Because it's like it feels as if because if the Breakfast Club is staying, they're going to stay in that prime morning slot.
Yeah.
right? So, what's that next big slot, that she could come in and rock with? And it feels to me what when Angie Martinez came over from Hot 97,
Hmm.
it feels as if Angela is going into that type of role.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and that's an iconic space that Angie had owned like forever.
Yep.
I mean, she revolutionized radio. A Hall of Famer herself. Being in that spot, being that trusted person, and shout out to Angie Martinez for her new podcast. But I'm curious to, like, how are those two shows going to differ, especially being that they're teammates, right?
Yeah, it seems like Angie's show when I'm seeing Angie's show, uh, it seems like she's interviewing more iconic figures. Like I think, or just like it's more hard hitting. Like she had the interview with Lauren London. I think that
Right.
was. Did she do something with Mary?
Yep, she did Mary. So her show
She
is
did Mary.
what, In Real Life, right? Is that the name of
Yeah,
it? I think it's In Real Life. Yep.
yeah. So it's like she's doing a lot of these iconic or just big moments. I think
But that's her podcast,
that's
but she also, has her radio show as well. So, the question is, like, where does Angela
whether that
fall between? Is she somewhere in between Angie Martinez and the Breakfast Club? Are they
yeah
doing the same type of,
yeah
that's what I'm trying to
yeah
wrap my mind around.
yeah that's gonna be interesting. What kind of
Because
because
Angie on the radio isn't always, just straight serious, right?
yeah, yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if if she could, because the thing is when you're going solo, it's different from having that. You got to be able to carry an interview for an hour, make it, and you got to make sure people want to listen to you for or whether it's 30 minutes or out, whatever it is. And it's not when we've seen her in the Breakfast Club and Lip Service, she has people on both platforms. She has people
Right.
that she can bounce off of, and uh, so it's going to be interesting to see. Or she may have a co-host this time. You never know what kind of format what she's going to do with it. If it's her show, she may just pull a co-host in, so she can bounce ideas with or pick up some of the interview load.
Somebody to play off of. So I don't know whether they're going to bring back Cypher Sounds, to sort of, because they got that history.
Yeah.
But I will say another huge moment for her, sort of stepping out on her own, because as a Breakfast Club, they all got different things going on. But another huge moment for her, which is probably something that helped move these conversations along, was that August Alsina interview.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, she and that yeah, that was
That's where entanglement. That's where all that came from.
That was the whole that was that was a major interview. So yeah, we got to give her props for that. So we have seen her on that platform actually hold an interview, by herself. And then she's doing some stuff with she's doing some financial literacy stuff as well, where she's interviewing people by herself. So
yeah.
She's done it. It'll be interesting to see how it flows and what kind of format it's going to be. I think she from what we've heard this morning, as far as like what it's going to be, she's still saying it's like I guess it's still in the works. I don't know if they have like a specific date of when it's going to launch, but
they said fall though. They said fall.
So
I can't imagine them doing this announcement and then letting it drag out for a long time.
I think. And I think it's gonna. You got to actually do something now.
Yeah, because if 3 months go by and she's still there and they ain't made no announcement, that's
But I don't think I don't think she's going to be there past September just because of the. I think Envy is going to get her to stay on or the show. They're going to get her to stay on for a few more weeks, up until probably September, and then she's probably going to transition out, or they may transition someone in those upcoming weeks. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see Kiki. Maybe it's Kiki Palmer. Who knows? Kiki could be another one. I don't know. Who knows? Kiki is
definitely doing her thing, man. She got the new Password. Was it Password? It's a show on NBC.
Right, and she did an amazing job on Good Morning America. So I don't know, but I think I'd like to think that Ebony K. Williams is definitely a front runner.
Yeah.
You know, she's been there numerous times. She has the chemistry. She has the range.
Yeah.
So
Yep. So
time will tell, man.
time will tell. That's what it is, man. So thanks everyone again for watching. RTM Newsroom. We definitely gonna do some more live segments coming up. Gonna be hitting people up, man. When the breaking news pop off, we're gonna be popping on and giving our opinions, and we're gonna do some more stuff as far as getting some feedback from the public. Is what they want to talk about. So this is the beginning, man. So
The
I'm looking
beginning, and
forward
we
to
got to
this.
recognize the brands. RTM Real is RTM Newsroom, but you know, Real Times Media. Definitely check out the brands. You know, Atlanta Daily World, Michigan Chronicle, Chicago Defender, New Pittsburgh Courier, Atlanta Tribune. You know, we got a collective of amazing media brands, but you know, as a unit, you know, we'll be pushing out a lot more of this amazing RTM Newsroom content. So definitely stay tuned and check it out.
That's what it is, man. I'm A.R. Shaw signing out.
Hey, Dale Henderson, man. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, peace.
Peace.